Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Zero, and today I'm sure y'all are wondering what is toxic positivity? I might not never heard that term before, and to be honest, I hadn't heard that term until maybe a couple days ago, and I thought something I should look into. So I decided to dig into it and find out exactly what it is, and pretty much what I've looked from the definitions that I put up, it's pretty much using positivity to yeah, it's positivity to try to cover up try to well, it's pretty much just trying to be in denial by using positivity for not dealing with real issues that are happening right now. For example, let me say I got some good examples. Don't think about it. Stay positive. It may be something that you probably need to think about, but instead of saying that, you can say describe what you're feeling. I'm listening. Yeah. Hey, Shar, how you doing? Hey, KB, I know you came in early, but yeah, yeah. So some reasons, some signs. Hey, Purple Page, how you doing? So some signs that you probably could watch out for as far as dealing with this toxic positivity because you always see people that's like always so positive. Oh, namaste, everything's gonna be all right and all that. And I mean, sometimes everything's not gonna be all right. I mean, it's nothing wrong with optimism, but you should have optimism blended in with some realism. And a perfect quote I could think of to describe that. I don't know who wrote it, but the whole thing uh with hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That right there says everything. Hey, Miss Full Roller, how you doing? Sorry I didn't make it to your live yesterday, but I will catch the next one next Saturday. Yeah, so as far as like there's nothing wrong with optimism, but try to just make sure if you're going to be positive, don't use it as a crutch, you know, to shut yourself out from reality. So here's some signs of toxic positivity that I found: hiding / masking your true feelings, trying to get on with it by stuffing / dismissing and emotions, feeling guilty for what you feel, minimizing other people's experiences with feel good quotes or statements, trying to give someone perspective. It could be worse instead of validating their emotional experience. 6, shaming or chastising others for expressing frustration or anything other than positivity. And 7, brushing out things that are bothering you with it is what it is. Hey, Nico, how you doing? So I mean, I can understand something that's like, yeah, Toxic positivity is a form of self-denial. It's you're pretty much, lying to yourself. Like, it's like positivity isn't good all the time, but negativity isn't necessarily bad all the time. So it's like you kind of gotta take the good with the bad. And I mean, I kind of get like where it says minimize other people's experiences with feel good quotes. Like, for example, somebody is experiencing death in the family, for example, and people tell you, oh yeah, it's gonna get better. Just give it time, it'll get better. It might not get better for that person. It might be worse. They may not ever get over it, or maybe they will. But by saying that, oh, well, you'll get over it over time, especially if you haven't experienced what the experience was, no one can ever truly understand. I think maybe at some point, maybe to a certain extent, you can kind of understand where it comes from, but you can't actually understand it to the exact depth or feeling that a person may be experiencing, as far as their emotions. So, and I mean, sometimes it could be worse. Could be dismissing of somebody's experience. Can't really think of a good example of that, but it's like sometimes positivity can be a way of just trying to suppress, like I said, masking and hiding what you're actually feeling. Like, I mean, you could be running late on the rent, and instead of saying, well, I need to figure out how to do it, you say, oh, everything's gonna be all right, everything's gonna work itself out, no problem. And you're in denial until the time it hits you, and maybe if you can, if it's static, it's probably StreamYard, because another time it doesn't do it. But I mean, all right. How about now? Am I sounding good now? Let me know, because I don't want it to sound all staticky. If it's all good, let me know. All right, let me see if I can hear it, because I don't hear any response. I don't see any responses. So let me see for myself. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 I can get back to it then. All right. So some examples of toxic statements. Like the one I said, don't think about it, stay positive. That's one. Don't worry, be happy. I think that's actually a song. Failure is not an option. Everything will work out in the end. Positive vibes only. You know what? Like, hey, Joy, hey, be different clothing. Joy. Hey, yeah, it's first time. I think it's first time I seen you come through. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, it's like the whole positive vibes only. I get it. If like got a lot of downers. Okay, I can see trying to balance that out. But if, you're just using that like as a way to avoid reality, that's something I have a problem with. But I mean, and I see it sort of. I think some people probably do use that as a way to ignore reality. And let me see, like so other things. If I can do it, so can you. I mean, I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate it, Joy. Well, I mean, you finally came through. Like I can do it, so can you. I mean, to a certain extent, like it could be, different things, different people. I get that. But then sometimes, like with that one, I can kind of get that a little bit leeway. Uh, some people like to play around, so like maybe they don't want to do more. But that still could be a toxic, toxic positivity, toxic statement. So you know, and talking about delete negativity. You like I said, you want to have balance. Like you can't take too much of one thing, you can't take too much of another thing. Otherwise, it just makes you unbalanced. Yeah, exactly. Purpose it things we yeah, the things we do go through. I'm have to change that to let me change the setting. I don't know why I had it that big. Cause I had to minimize. Okay, must have changed on the okay, there we go. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, the things, things hurt us. Things go through. It can hurt us, but it can make us stronger as well. And give, and sometimes teach us lessons, maybe not to deal with certain people or certain things. So you want to really, so we can, avoid feeling that same pain again. And then look for the silver lining. I mean, that could be that everything happens for a reason. Now, I know people heard this one many times. Everything happens for a reason, and it could be worse. And like of course, instead of saying don't think about it, stay positive, you could use describe what you're feeling. I'm listening, or and then like with don't worry, be happy. You can say I see that you're really stressed. Anything I can do. I mean that sounds very rational. Like you say, these are showing that hey, you're hearing me and you're trying to understand where I'm coming from. Like failure is not an option. You can instead of saying that, you can say failure is a part of growth and success. Everything will work out in the end. This is really hard. I'm thinking of you. And then when people say positive vibes only, you can say instead, I'm here for you both good and bad. And then if I can do it, so can you. Everyone's stories, abilities, limitations are different, and that's okay. Delete negativity. Instead of that, you can say suffering is a part of life. You are not alone. Or you can use look for the silver lining. I see you, and I'm here for you. And then like I said, saying everything happens for a reason. You can say sometimes we are the short straw in life. How can I support you during this hard time? And then it could be worse. That sucks. I'm so sorry you're going through this. So I mean, those are like quotes you can use. I mean, and of course, there's like many other quotes you can turn around. I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with optimism. We just need balance. And toxic positivity can be a way of avoiding situations, like I said before, denial. And it is like what, you say like the dark side of positivity. Yeah, I mean, though it doesn't sound like it would be, but sometimes you got to you got to experience negative emotions. I mean, if you don't, it's like you're not gonna know what's the positive ones. Like it's kind of like it's almost like seeing one help you recognize the other. Like if there was no if there was no bad, then how you know what was good? And I put them, yeah, we are learning. Yeah, we're not the same. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're not learning. Yeah, yeah, exactly. None of us think the think the same or feel the same, understand the same. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, you find out a lot. And I think I remember doing a stream about perceptions, everything, like where people can interpret what you say differently than everybody else. So if they people can take like somebody taking a realistic stance as being negative all the time, and it may not be the person that's being negative. It's just they are just looking at the situation. They may be just be pragmatic. They're looking at the same. They're looking at the situation as it is. They're not looking at what they want to be or looking at it from the worst possible angle. They're just looking at it like, hey, this situation it is what it is. How can we make it's like, okay, I see it. So now that you see it, how can it be better? And I mean, I see that, even some people, some experts say that mindfulness meditation may help, balance you out. But I mean, meditation can help you balance you out altogether if you practice it enough and you practice it correctly. It does actually change you to a certain extent. And yeah, like, the more I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, as far as mindfulness meditation, yeah, like it could, meditation does change if you practice it enough. Because I wanted to finish that one out before I say what else I need to say. But it does balance you out. Oh, okay, Nika. And and I mean, it kind of like it kind of helps you out, like I said, price correctly. You'll change in ways you never imagined, like from within. But as far as that, I forgot what the other point I was gonna make. But yeah, thank you, Joy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, matter. Okay, I think I remember. Yeah, it's just like me. I just believe. When I believe, I mean, I kind of see like balance is the key with a lot of things. I mean, I think people see one side or the other. People think they have to pick one side. But the other thing is like picking one side makes you stronger. No, you can pick both sides. Still strong. Just it just you have a better understanding. Because people think like you either gotta be all positive, you gotta be all negative. It's never that middle ground, and I think that's pretty much like the big problem where a lot of people have as far as that. And it could, I mean, and back to the term mindfulness, like yeah, mindfulness. I mean, yeah, people meditation can help, but mindfulness can be good too because mindfulness doesn't mean you just like have to meditate. It's just focusing your attention for like a certain amount of time. You could be just looking at a certain thing for a certain period of time and just focusing on it. That's mindfulness. I mean, just sitting around, just listening to everything, just being aware of what's going on around you, like really paying attention to the little things. That's mindfulness. That's really what mindfulness is, anyway. Paying attention to paying attention to little things, paying attention to everything that's going on around you. That actually that actually helps. I mean, I mean, even so much so that even scientists are picking this up and are saying that hey, this is actually helping people. So I mean, I guess if anybody wants to come up and talk, you're more than welcome to. If not, I'm probably going to end this very soon. But like I said, even though even whether people come up talking that, I appreciate you. Because none of y'all had to come here and listen to me. You could have been doing other stuff. You could have watched TV. Maybe I don't know. Some of y'all might have been watching the game or looking at some love and hip hop or something like that, some kind of drama show or something like that. But you can't hear, and I thought I put the topic up here because I thought it was interesting because I remember I knew there was a I knew like there's a downside to positivity, but I had never heard of the term toxic positivity until maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and I thought it was like, wow, this is an interesting topic to talk about because there are yeah, there's a lot of toxic positivity, especially in like in spaces where there are I guess probably like spaces like like new age groups and these groups like groups where they heavily promote positivity. And there's nothing wrong with promoting positivity. I just say that there's nothing wrong with it. But when you go overboard with it, that's where it gets bad. That's where it becomes toxic, and it's detrimental to your being. I mean, so it's okay to have a little realism, little negative, some negativity to balance it out. Don't go looking to be pessimistic just because. Yeah, and and with and all that, like it's just you can't really let me say I see you can't really talk about positivity all the time if you're not going to be realistic about it. Now you can be positive and you have a realistic aspect outcome of it. Now, if your positivity is coming from you realistically looking at it, it's like okay, I can see a good outcome coming out of this situation if I can do this or that. Okay, that's healthy. That's healthy. That's healthy form of positivity. But if you're just saying it and you don't really know if you're going to make it through it, nah, it could be toxic, but maybe it ain't. I mean, it just depends on the situation. And yeah, I mean, and you're right, Purple Paisley. I think teaching how to get through things, lead by example and by experience. But if you never experience homelessness, how can I encourage you if I never experienced it? Yeah, that's usually the best that's usually the best example, like how to really encourage people do something more to be able to really speak to people to a certain way. If it's like, yeah, you experience this, I know what it's like. I can tell you how it feels. It's- I feel you. But I mean, and this and like, I made these pictures and whatnot because, showing like, the picture on the thumbnail and this joker right there. I was trying to just find the right images to put up so I could, show like somebody, faking positivity, like trying to be positive to the point like where they're just denying their real emotions. And I think that one shows a good example in the other thumbnail too. So I so yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm gonna reiterate again. Just try to be balanced. Don't go too overboard with positivity. Don't go overboard with negativity. So now I'm going to go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Give shout outs. Shout out to KB. She came in real early. Shout out to Shar. Shout out to Purple Paisley. Shout out to Miss Full Roller. Shout out to Nico. And shout out to Joy, aka Be the Difference Clothing. I appreciate you all for coming coming through. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the main thing. You can't teach anybody you don't know nothing about. Because then when people find out that you didn't go through that, then people are going to resent you, and they're going to know you're a hypocrite. So yeah, it's always good not to try to preach something you know nothing about. So like I said, I appreciate you all coming through. You're welcome, Joy. Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through. I mean, I always try to come up with topics and no, I mean, try to do things that I find interesting that maybe nobody else has ever had thought about, and and that's what I do. I just want people to think, and try to go outside the box. I mean, I don't want to do what's trending. I mean, what's trending happen to be what I'm interested in or something like that. That might be the only reason, but even then, I probably would talk about it in a different way. But yeah, but I really enjoy talking about it. I wasn't too sure how this was gonna go, but I didn't expect much feedback, but appreciate it. Thank you, Purple. Thank you, Miss Full Roller. But I guess like toxic positivity ain't really something you hear about in most spaces. So I guess maybe maybe that's like what people want to come through, find out what it's about. So again, I appreciate you. I thank you for that, Purple Paisley. And I'm gonna try to have more more things like this happening. So look out for them. I will definitely be promoting them on my Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, in the description box you can always find all my social medias in the uh in the in the description box. People, people talk. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably seen it. Toxic positivity. I'm pretty sure everybody done seen some toxic positivity, but But yeah, like to find out is actually, that there was a term for it. That was something I wanted to look into the most. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Go ahead out. I'm not gonna take too much of your time. Appreciate y'all coming through, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.